I'm John Draxton, and this is Josue Caesar, my partner in crime.
Yeah.
So, we're gonna tell you the story how we found each other, I guess. How the project all started. Ifa said, I went on a mission trip. I was in college. I went on a mission trip to Jeremy, and Josue was our translator. And when we met, I knew he was different. I knew he had something about him. He wasn't just there to ask for money. He was a different person. He was talking about his business. He was talking about the school he was doing. He was raising chickens.
Yeah, good time. Yeah.
And he was going to university at the time. You were traveling back and forth to the university.
Yeah.
And so after that, after we met there, I went back to the States. I started working. Josue, what did you do?
I continued my agronomy studies.
Yeah.
And then after the earthquake, so I traveled to Belgium.
Yeah.
So just for my master's degree, something in finance, something. Yeah.
Well,
And,
no, but he was going to Brussels, Belgium.
Yeah.
He was emailing me back and forth since we met. It was, hey, how are you? Hey, how are you?
Never responded.
Never
so,
responded.
No.
You know, 1 week, 1 month, how are you? And then 1 month later, oh, how are you?
Yeah.
And then, so we never really talked. We didn't know exactly what we were doing.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was studying
Yeah.
abroad. I didn't know he got his master's degree. I didn't know what had really happened. But when the earthquake happened, 2010, I remember seeing it on the news, and I was like, oh no, is Josue okay?
Yeah.
Is Josue okay? And so,
You emailed me.
I emailed you
Yeah.
to call
Yeah.
immediately. I get a phone call. I was walking across my farm, and Josue,
Yeah.
yeah. John. I'm like, Josue, is that you? And you know, he broke more broken English at the time, probably.
Yeah.
And
Was stressed out. No.
but you were in Jeremy.
Lirgan, July.
No, when the earthquake happened, when you called me.
Yeah, I was in Lirgan when the earthquake hit. Yeah.
No, but you were in when you called me. You said you were in some tent.
Yeah, in Lirgan. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I was in Lirgan, July. Yeah.
So Josue, he was in a little tent,
Yeah.
and he got to do a satellite phone and call me. It was amazing, and he says, "I'm okay.
Yeah.
Only God saves me."
Yeah.
You emailed me back.
I
too.
meant that. Yeah. Good.
Only God saves me. Well, I didn't know what that meant to him. I didn't know the impact that it had on his life. I didn't know anything. I just was like, just a shallow relationship.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, what year? 2012.
11.
2011.
Yeah.
Josue calls me out of the blue. I'm in Miami.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm in Miami. I need to see you. And I was like, oh no.
Devastating. Oh my gosh.
I said, it's Christmas tomorrow, right? The next day,
yeah, yeah.
2 more days.
Yeah.
It's Christmas tomorrow, Josue. I don't know if you can come. I'm in North Dakota. Do you know where North Dakota is? It's a long way from Miami. Well, I was when we were on the mission trip, you were told not to give out your number. Don't give out your phone number. Don't give out your email because they're gonna ask you for money. They're gonna ask. I was like, oh no, what is he coming to do?
Yeah.
I didn't know what was gonna happen, and I said, okay, if he can
Manage to pay.
a plane ticket to North Dakota, okay, no problem. Then that means he has something. He's not coming just he's not just calling me for money.
Just to chase you.
So I told him, okay, Grand Forks, North Dakota, there's a really cheap ticket. If you get to Orlando, you can fly to Grand Forks, North Dakota. I'll reimburse you for your ticket. I don't think I ever reimbursed you.
As of now, no.
What?
I'm still expecting the reimbursement.
Okay.
Not now, after.
Okay. And so he came down the plane. Here he comes down the escalator. Here comes Josue. Oh my gosh. I was like, that's the same Joshua I remember. The same big smile, the gap in his teeth.
The same gap, yeah.
Okay. And I was like, okay, he's not coming to kill me or something, you know?
Yeah.
Well, you stayed overnight. You stayed with our family. He had Christmas. We have pictures of you at church with us.
Yeah.
And then the last night he goes, okay, I need to tell you why I came. I'm like, oh no, here it comes. He needs something, you know. Well, I didn't know. Remember over those 10 years since I met him the first time, I didn't know he'd got his master's degree, all his education, and he said, John, I have something to ask you. And he had a book. You had papers.
Yeah.
He had papers. He was gonna get to go to Canada, and he had a job application for Canada.
Yeah.
But I didn't know his whole story. I didn't know he had his master's degree. He'd been studying in Ghana, Africa. He did revolutionize the onion farmers in Ghana. He'd done all this stuff in amazing things. He's been working for huge organizations. So he said, John, I have a mission. God saved me in the earthquake. He told me the story of the earthquake for the first time. The house was going to collapse. You can tell the story.
Yeah, so it is a sad story. Anytime I'm about to tell that story, it's, I'm still reminiscing to what happened. Well, so I was at home and I was a bit tired after school, and I decided to rest. And but when I came, I decided to buy a drink from a lady, and she didn't have the change to give me back. And I said, okay, no problem, you can keep the change. So after I will get it back. And I said, oh well, as I'm tired, let me try to go to take a bath or take a shower or something. And I take a bucket just to put it out. I try to turn on the pipe in the bathroom. The water quit. And I said, oh, what's happening?
There was supposed to be water there.
Yeah, it quit. And I said, oh, what's the problem? I said, okay, and I just took a bucket, a jam, just to go to a well, just to get water. And now I filled the bucket, and I'm holding it. And they call, hey, brother Joshua, here is the change. You
were just about back in the house again with the bucket.
Yes. Yeah.
And someone called and said, "Here's your change." So he just had a towel on and
yes,
a bucket.
and I overheard they say scream, and 2-level house.
2-level house leveled to nothing.
Collapse. So
his story is that God saved him twice.
Yes.
He shut the water off. He would have been taking a shower. He would have died.
Yeah.
But the shower quit. But then he was so fast to get the bucket, he was going to go back in, that God had to say, stop. And so the lady said, stop, come here, I got change for you. So 2 times God saved him.
Yes.
So when he told me that story, he said, God saved me from the earthquake. God gave me this knowledge. If I leave Haiti, and I could go get a job, here's my job application for Canada, whatever. I can leave. Every Haitian gets an education, they leave. Then they support family back. He said, I'm supposed to stay in this country. God gave me a vision. We have this project we want to do. John, I have a group of guys. We want to start a project. Do you want to start this project with us? And so he wasn't really coming to ask for money, but he was.
Yeah, ask for money, but to ask for to partner.
Partner with the project. And so I said, okay, let me sleep. Let me ask my wife. And at the time, my life was crazy. I had left the farming, and I just got the oil field, so I just was making money. It was a different time in my life, and I prayed with my wife, and she said, yeah, let's start.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know what that really entailed.
Yeah.
I thought, okay. He said, oh, come visit Haiti. I'll show you what our project is. We'll show you what we can do.
Yeah.
Well, when he gets home, he emails me back a project. He already had like a whole pilot project, 3-year pilot project, everything, all the details, whole budget, everything. He had this amazing group of agronomists, and that's when I got to Haiti. I said, yes, let's do this and let's start. And so that's how IFASUD started. Yeah,
and your grandpa, so he was our first donor. Yeah.
So I was a terrible fundraiser when we started, and Josue comes with his whole budget, and I said, Grandpa, please help me. I'm going to go to Haiti, and so Grandpa gave me like $14,000.
Yes.
And that's all the money I gave him for the first year of the project. He had a project. He planned on like
$1 million.
A $1 million project for 3-year pilot project, because he's been working for organizations, $1 million projects. And he knows what things cost. He knows buying machines, whatever. I gave him $14,000 the first year. The project ran flawlessly. We had 5 locations. Everything was amazing. I didn't really realize the impact this was going to have. And here we are 10 years later.
God is amazing.
And we've just continued to grow this organization step by step. We got a board, we got the nonprofit established. I mean, there's so many miracle stories we could tell about how this all, where it's gone. But now we have this FFH project where we're so excited about the kids. So we do the project with the farmers, we do the project with the kids, and we just, through this most difficult time in Haiti, the IFASUD just continues to grow. But it's because we have amazing guys like him who could leave the country at any time, and they stay to help their country, and we're just so thankful for them, and so thankful for Joshua.
Yeah, and we are so thankful as well to you, buddy, because I know raising money is not an easy task.
No.
So may God continue to bless you, and I'm gonna grew day to day.
So
And yeah,
the main thing of IFA said is we just believe that we have the gift about agriculture. We're agronomists, we're small business people. We have the gift of teaching agronomy, but that's not the main thing. Haitians need discipleship. They need Jesus.
yes.
This country needs a spiritual revival, and we believe that when you teach someone how to grow something, it gives them hope. When you
Yes,
teach
it
someone
is.
how to, when you're in their lives, we're visiting this family right here. We're in their house. You feel like you get a connection with them. They listen to you. They
Yes.
respect you. If you just come and hand them something, they're just expecting something for the next time you come. And then there's always, they get mad and they want to riot. And we don't have that. Our organization, we really believe you build a relationship with them by teaching them how to help their family, help themselves. Then they'll listen to you. They'll listen. So we can disciple them. We bring in pastors. We bring in the spiritual aspect of their whole life. We look at their whole, their whole family, and that's the amazing thing of IFASUD and how we're different than other organizations.
Yeah, so that's why we have followed what we call a holistic approach, like development, where we not only tackle the physical part of the person, but the spiritual part, all the dimensions, of the person. So
our motto is plant the seed, grow a nation.
grow a nation. Yeah.
So we want to plant the seed of the spiritual seed in their hearts. We want to plant actual seeds to give life, to give food, and the seed of entrepreneurship, skills, other small business stuff. And so we really believe we're taking care of the whole family and not just giving something for free.
So the only way where you can give like a handouts to them is mainly in crisis, like disaster. Say, well, okay, no problem. But they know we're not going to to do any humanitarian stuff. But they know, but in crisis, disaster, well, a little handout. But let's keep moving to development stuff. Learn something, do something, and
The Haitians have been through so many natural disasters, so many problems. The country's the worst it's ever been at the moment. And we are just so thankful that we're on the ground. We have thousands of families across this area here that have hope in Jesus. They have hope in better farming. They can support their families. They know that we have their backs, kind of. We call us the IFASUD family. And we want to just keep expanding over the country.
Expanding.
We have a lot
That's the goal.
We're not done yet.
No. As we all know, it's in the national plan. So not only in Haiti, but very soon. So we're gonna go, go abroad. We have a
lot of work in Haiti
just to spread hope for the whole world. So
No, we do. I have a group of agronomists that I get to be a part of. I'm so blessed to. These guys have worked for every big organization. If you can name any big organization, worldwide organization, they've all worked for them. They've managed them. They've taken the best pieces from all of those. They've taken the best little pieces and what works, what doesn't work. And they really put together this mission, and that's what's so cool. It's not just like it's not me. It's not the block coming. I'm their support, their connection man. Trying to raise support and awareness for the country. But these guys they've lived through it all. They've lived through poverty. They lived through crisis, and they know the best way to help. And so I'm very thankful. And
So thankful, John, and so as
our Bible verse that we always do say, First Corinthians
15 verse 58.
Verse 58. Yeah.
Remember the words?
Yeah. To do labor in the Lord is not in vain.
Not in vain.
Yes, that's the main point.
Day to day, work better. Try to improve what you are doing.
All the work you can do in the whole world was worthless. I could be making my own money in the States. I could have my own project. I could have my own thing for myself. But if you're laboring in the Lord, and that's not always in vain, but if you're not doing it for the Lord, if the Lord calls you to do something, and this is what He's called us to do, labor in the Lord is not in vain. We really
investing in God's work.
Yes.
So
and it's not just for us.
And the return is gonna be high. So
I really encourage people that I'm not a pastor. I always say this at the banquets. I'm not a pastor. I'm not a theologian. I don't even speak well. I failed speech class in college. This isn't my talent, and I'm not a missionary. I'm not even a missionary, I don't say. But if you're available for God, He'll use you. Like, I just get to be a
Yes.
part of this project, and I don't even know anything. I don't even know how to grow tomatoes really well, but I just get to be a part of these guys because God called me to do this. I came to Haiti and just be a part of God's plan, and you can be used.
Yeah.
And Josue could leave the country anytime, but he just.
Yeah. I must be here.
But
Yeah.
if you have to leave, you have to leave. I'm not making you stay.
No, I know, but God, no, for sure, God wants me to be here.
Yeah.
You know, so no worries.
So all right, we just thank you
Thank
guys.
you. Yeah.
Thank you for all our supporters, and we're so proud of this team.